Hey guys, it's Angela, and I am here to do my Pretty Little Liars Season 5 episode. I think we're on 18 recap. Don't remember the name of this one, to be quite honest. But I am joined by a super special guest tonight. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Ah, that's right, it's Fat Scooter. Say hello to the world, Fat Scooter. Okay, so really his name is just Scooter, but he's a very large kitty. He's my sister's cat. I have the dogs. So, yes, this is him, and he loves Pretty Little Liars. So why don't we get this recap started? Scooter, what do you think? Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. So Spencer is telling the girls that her and Toby are some distance from okay, while Veronica is talking to Allie's defense team and trying to find out who they're going to ask to take the stand in the trial. And she also receives Allie's case file while she's there. And Spencer wants to apologize to Hannah, but Hannah tells her there's nothing to apologize for, and she just panicked. I mean, wouldn't we all in this situation? Let's be real. Come on. Holbrook drives up to the police station. I have been missing Officer Yummy lately. As you guys and Scooter all well know, he's so adorable. And he and the liars are wondering why Allie is choosing to bring him out into the open now. Me too. But we find out later in the episode what's actually going on. Johnny is doing a commission piece for Ezra, and I found something really weird in the background. It's the song Girls Chase Boys. That might mean absolutely nothing, but in Pretty Little Liars, it means absolutely everything. They don't put anything in there by coincidence, like we know by now. So the girls are chasing a boy. At this point, it's Holbrook, and a boy is chasing a girl. I haven't really thought about it because this episode is so new. I just finished watching it and wanted to get my recap up tonight. So if you follow me on Twitter, I will be talking about some theories, maybe later on in the week. Like I said, I don't really have anything solid, a lot of solid theories yet. I do have a few. And Leslie arrives in town. This girl is sketching me out, but she says she's a friend of Mona's and she was going to be there Thanksgiving Day. She was with Mona's mother when Mrs. Vanderwall got the call that Mona had been murdered. They didn't tell her she'd been murdered. They can't say that over the phone. But they met a few summers ago at Mona's grandparents' house, I think. And she is wanting to be there for the weekend to give support to Mrs. Vanderwall for Allie's trial. And she thanks the girls for being there for Mona. Spencer and I, and Scooter, are immediately suspicious, and Spencer points out that the last time someone's old friend just stumbled on into the brute, it was actually Cece Drake. And I was like, yay, mention to Cece, because I just love Cece so much. Do you love Cece? Grumpy Cat says no, he does not love Cece. What about Ezra? Well, that's good. We're on the same page with that one. Ezra is MIA in this episode, and I was like, good. He apparently skipped town and didn't even tell Arya, so they might be in Splitsville. Oh, that just destroys him. He is such an Ezra shipper. Can you guys tell? So one of the people that is not bummed out about Ezra and Arya being in Splitsville is this one right here. This is one of my doggies. This is Dina, and she is not an Ezra shipper at all. She is with me and ships Spoby, who also look like they're headed for an imminent breakup. My other dog is 100 pounds, and there's no way I'm letting him sit on my lap. Anyway, I have a theory about Leslie, but I'm going to share that with you at the end and get to another important matter, which is Spencer is going through her mother's case file on Allison De Laurentiis and sees that Mike has been visiting Allie in jail. What the hell is that about? Like, the immediate response is, oh, Mike is really ticked off at her about Mona's murder, but everything is not as it seems in Rosewood. Nothing is as it seems in Rosewood. So there's something more going on here, and he even visits her at the end of the episode. Like, if he's so upset about her being Mona's supposed killer, you would think he would go once and say his piece, but instead he's like starting a book club with Allie in jail? That ain't right. So Leslie and Hannah are in Mona's room, and Leslie was looking for the girls because they were friends with Mona, and Mona really cared about the girls. They were really precious to her, like dolls. And they make the comment that Mona was constantly thinking, like every single second. And then there's this flashback where she's playing a wishing game, and she wants a stopwatch that can stop time. And basically what I got out of this is that she likes to be in control. She wants to control other people without them knowing it. Setting it up. Hello. Setting it up for Mona has an evil twin much, maybe? Or Mona's actually alive? Maybe. I don't know. And then Johnny and Mike are talking in the brew. I was not even aware that they knew of each other's existence, let alone were on a talking relationship. So maybe in the past Johnny was sketchy, and we see in this episode that Mike is really sketchy, so maybe that's how they know each other, getting sketchy together. Mike gives Leslie this really weird look when she comes in carrying Mona's book of Edgar Allan Poe collection stories, poems, I think. Can't remember, but it's by Edgar Allan Poe, and things get a little tense because he says they cannot take everything back, like they want her to disappear. So part of me goes with thinking, oh, Mike was using Mona as a cover, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, Mike really did care about Mona. I don't know what to think after this episode. Like, that was early on, I was like, see, Mike really cared about Mona. And then toward the end, I'm like, I think Mike was using Mona. But now I really don't know what to think. So what do you guys think about, sorry, she's slipping. What do you guys think about Mike? Do you think he really cared for Mona? Do you think he might be the gay character that they're talking about? Do you think he was using Mona as an alibi? And then we go to another flashback where Hannah is asking about Allie coming back in disguise. Geez, that's really eerie for all you Hannah is A people out there. Ding, ding, ding. And Mona says that she wouldn't recognize a town full of people. Uh-oh. Oh no. My battery died. She wouldn't recognize a town full of people that don't even recognize her anymore, and because of it, she would be sent to Radley, and it would drive her insane. And you never get out of Radley once you go. Hannah, got the right person, now I'm set. Hannah finds Mona's hidden cassette in her Edgar Allan Poe book, and obviously she takes it. Arya sees Mike getting ready to go out. He's in kind of a nicer jacket, and she follows him, of course, and he leads her to like the creepiest part of the woods. And at this moment, I watched Into the Woods recently, and so, you know, the prologue is playing through my head, even though it's supposed to be creepy, and I'm like, I wish to go to the festival. Yeah, sorry, that was just totally geeked out moment right there. Caleb is listening. Caleb is listening to Mona's recording, and they figured out that it is Bethany Young talking about how she is evil. She is having these thoughts, and the psychologist asked her if they are, you know, harmful thoughts, and she's like, no, they're self-defensive thoughts. Like, and then she goes on to say she's not the only one who can make plans. Now, Caleb and Hannah assume that she's talking about Allie, but it's Rosewood. We don't know who she is talking about at this point. Mike is at a bridge in the woods, and he takes out a bag that he leaves on the rail. Well, of course, Arya goes to get it because she's having a massive sweet tooth. And what is inside but these bitter candies, like Sour Patch Kids, are coated in sugar? And I'm like, why is Mike leaving that out there? Like, is this what new drugs are looking like nowadays? It's so weird. Mike and Arya come face to face, and, you know, he's wondering why she's following him. And Arya wants to know why he visited Allie. The game is up, buddy. We're wanting answers. Unfortunately, nothing new. We don't get them. He responds with, nobody's giving me orders anymore, and doesn't ever want to see her out there again. And she wants to know how many bags of Halloween candy he's left And he responds, "Be careful going home through the woods." Okay, so nobody is giving me orders anymore. This goes back to my earlier theory that Mike was maybe using Mona as an alibi. Maybe he was on Mona's army. I just don't know who else could be giving him orders unless he was part of Mona's original A-team, or it's somebody else that we don't know about yet. But immediately my mind went to the relationship that he and Mona had was sort of a cover-up, and now that she's dead, he's realizing that he missed a chance to get to know this girl that was essentially friendless. And part of him really does feel bad about that, because I don't think Mike's evil. I mean, they're making it out way too obvious, like they always do. But they've made almost everybody in the show look sketchy. So one of these people is A. Let's just remember that. So it's not always going to be the subtle. They've made everybody out to be way shady, and eventually it's got to be one of them. But I don't think it's Mike, and I really do think he's having a little bit of guilt here. Spencer and Veronica are having a really nice heart-to-heart that I don't think we've ever seen with Spencer and Veronica. Maybe when Peter left, but I'm not really sure. She's like saying, "Mom, imagine you're my age for 10 seconds. Did you want to know what you wanted to do? Did you know what you wanted to do with your life?" And this gets broken up by a call to Veronica. There has been a leak from the prosecutor's office, and the blood in the storage unit was confirmed to be Allie's. Holbrook pulls over Hannah, and he is being creepy as hell. He wants to know how a girl like Allison becomes a girl like Allison, and demanding answers just about her psychology, I guess. He's saying that Allie ruined him. He had a great career, or the start of a great career, and now he doesn't have that anymore. He is finished because of her. So I'm pretty sure I forgot to mention this, but Holbrook did get suspended for inappropriate behavior. And Hannah said, "Well, you shouldn't have done Allie's dirty work. You shouldn't have tried to kill Arya, Spencer, and Caleb." He says that he thinks that Hannah has the wrong fall guy, and he has spent the last few weeks in a hotel with people from internal affairs. He says Tanner knows everything. That's an interesting thought. Tanner knows everything. I really think Tanner has all these pieces to the puzzle and doesn't want to let them go quite yet. She's kind of making people get their own self-discovery or discover things on their own and kind of catch them in the act of doing things, but she knows what's going on. I feel like she knows what's going on. Emily and Talia kiss. Okay, we saw this coming. It was right after Emily confessed her little whisper in the whispers chamber that Johnny has done for Ezra, and he said it's inspired by all the whispers in Rosewood, and I thought that was hilarious because there is so much going on in Rosewood, so many whispers in Rosewood, and we do know that Ezra's brew is going to play a large part eventually, and I'm pretty sure that whisper machine is going to have a major role coming up. And the girls are talking about how someone they either don't know or suspect might be helping Allie. They immediately shift their focus to Mike, and the girls want to know if what happened in Allie's backyard was a trap and who was trapping who. At the end of the episode, like I mentioned earlier, Mike is going to see Allie in jail yet again. This is really, really fishy. I just don't know what to make of this at this point. I don't know why he would be going to see her. The end of the episode closes with A going to get the tape from Mona's Edgar Allan Poe book, and it's gone, and they slam the book down on the bookshelf. So obviously this is someone really close to Mona, or someone that can think like Mona, that knows where Mona hid her things. What do you guys think? Do you think that that might have been Leslie? Or do you think it might have been Mike? I mean, now we see in the previews for next week, he's lurking around everywhere. What's going on with Mike? If you have a theory about Mike or about this Leslie girl, let me know down below. I would really love to hear it and talk about it. And like I said, I don't have really concrete theories right now, but I will post later this week on Twitter. So you can follow me at PLLChick8811. I will follow you back and we can talk about Pretty Little Liars. But my one solid theory coming out of this episode is, could Leslie possibly be Bethany Young? I'm not a voice analyst expert, so before you guys, say the voices don't match, okay, I didn't pick that up. But I just find it weird that she is blonde and she claims to have known Mona. Well, no, because Mrs. Vanderwall knows her. But we didn't actually see any scenes with Mrs. Vanderwall, did we? We just had the word to go on. And I'm sorry, but I do not trust people in Pretty Little Liars at their word. Do you guys? Do you guys blame me at all? No, it's not happening. So maybe this Leslie character could be Bethany Young. They met in Radley. They formed a friendship there. And, she's trying to help Mona, or she is trying to get rid of incriminating evidence. Another question that I have for you guys is, why do you think that Allie's blood was in that storage unit? Obviously, it wasn't Allie because she was in jail. So who do you think it was? Like, why would A plant Allie's blood in that storage unit? I thought that they wanted to get the girls in jail too. Or is whoever's trying to get the girls in jail with Allie and A, are they two separate entities? This show is just confusing and it is driving me up a wall. I don't know why I kept the two up, but yes. So I'm really curious what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. Let's get the conversation going here and on Twitter. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe to my channel. I am going to start doing Pretty Little Liars theories more regularly. I kind of fell out of watching my seasons, so I'm going to pick those back up. But one really, really quick thing that I spotted in season 1, episode 2, when Arya gets in the car with Ezra and it is playing Fresh Pair of Eyes, and everyone's like, oh, the song is talking about Ezra. The song is talking about Ezra. And how he wants to be seen with a fresh pair of eyes under his hood of disguise, so he could be A. Well, let's look at it from the other stance. It could be talking about Arya. Go back and watch the scene. Go a little before she gets into the car and she's walking down the street and she's passing this hardware store. And the way there's a pole in the shot, so the way the pole intersects the hardware store sign, it says I, or eyes, at the end of it. So maybe it's referring to Arya. Maybe Arya could be A. I will be really disappointed if Arya is A, but that is just me personally. I think I'd rather her be A than Ren. Sorry. I know a lot of people like the theory of Ren being A, and there are a lot of things that point to him. And I watch PLL Freaks 13 all the time and can see their points, but I want A to have been right there the whole time, up front, hands on the ground, fighting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to cop out in the end. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.